promotion. And Jennifer is, she was a stranger when I met her on a connection call, and she didn't even really want to get on that connection call, but she did. And I'm so grateful because now we're incredible friends. Her family is from Florida, and they even came to visit us in Virginia one time, and I'm hoping that you're going to come back again. But she has become such a dear friend, and she's so creative, so innovative, so talented. In fact, her husband is too. I was just in the kitchen listening to some wonderful old tunes and just thinking, I bet Angelo and Jennifer could sing this song. They're so talented. But she's an actress, she's a model, she owns her own theater company with her husband. She's, retired teacher. But I think one of the things that she's the best at is changing lives. And she has grown into being just a remarkable leader who I respect and admire so much. She brings so many skills to this team, and I know that you're going to learn a lot from her tonight. And I think she's going to kind of be like unplugged and vulnerable, and she might even tell you some of her fears. I don't know, but whatever it is, it's going to be fun. And Jennifer, thank you so much for being willing to share your heart and your story with us tonight. Just appreciate you so much. And I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay. So, can everyone hear me okay? Angel, could you give me you can hear me okay? Okay. So I'm going to put it on speaker view so that I don't freak out of everyone looking at me. Okay. Okay, so I'm a little crazy. So just like an hour ago, I decided I'm going to put my notes in a PowerPoint. So I put this PowerPoint together. It's going to be very like skeleton looking, like not all pretty and fun pictures like I normally would do, but I would rather, it just helps me stay focused. And I think it's good for people that are visual learners to kind of see some of the things I'm going to share. So first off, thank you, Wendy, for that great introduction. And for reminding me to talk about, I'm going to write fears down because I'll end with that. Okay. So I'm going to jump right in because I just threw this together. So I might even have to like stop it and fast forward through some parts because, it's just hard, like when you've been on a long journey, like you don't know what to focus on. So I hope what I share with you tonight will be helpful. So, all right, here we go. So I just entitled it, The Power of Intention and Focus, and some tips along the way. And I usually like to do a theme. So I was trying to do a theme of being focused, like 2020 vision. So let's get started. So here's a little bit about me. If you do not know me, my husband and I actually just celebrated our 15-year anniversary last month. We've been married 15 years, and that is when I was first introduced to Juice Plus, is on the far right there. When my son was about 3 years old, he was struggling with issues where he was having tummy issues. It was a struggle to go to the bathroom. And that's what led me to find out about Juice Plus from his pediatrician. But I was super skeptical and I didn't order it right away until a friend reached out to me, and then I trusted her. So someone will order Juice Plus because of you, is what I'll tell you. And at the time I was dealing with allergy issues and infertility issues when I first heard about Juice Plus. And I was just hoping it would help my son. I didn't realize it would help improve my immune system. And 3 months after I started, I was blessed with our little girl. And that is my very first conference I ever went to in Nashville. I was 22 weeks pregnant, and that's the first time I met Wendy. I still have that shirt, which is funny. So here's what our life is like today. And that actually was a few years ago, but so today I have no more allergies, breathe freely. We rarely visit the doctor, well visits only. My husband significantly, I'd say, improved his cholesterol. My autoimmune issues are improved, and we basically have better energy and mood than in our 20s. So that's kind of like our health story. But my Juice Plus journey wasn't as clear as those health issues happening. So like Wendy said, I came to this business not really wanting a business. I was scared of what people would think of me. I didn't want to be a salesperson. I was just happy, you know, to get my discount. And I reluctantly got on the phone with Wendy after Reggie so graciously encouraged me. And after she encouraged me to get on that phone call, then I just started to have a new vision. So I met Wendy over the phone. I started listening to trainings, attending events. I was petrified to host my first event, but my sponsor held my hand. And then I started having more of a focus of what this could be and a vision for our future. So if you are brand new, or even you've been around a while and some of those things still scare you, when I started this, I've grown into the person that's been able to put a PowerPoint together in an hour and throw this together. But 9 years ago when I started, I would be like rocking in the corner if I had to just say my name in front of 5 people. So this has been a huge personal growth journey for me. So, but even then, you know, when I was seeing more clearly, I still had some fears to overcome. I was so scared. This is really embarrassing, but I was so scared to call my customers to check in on them that I would just cancel their order because I assumed they weren't taking it. Oh gosh, I was so scared to call. I was like, if I call them, they're gonna want to cancel. Like I just had all these negative thoughts. I was scared to speak in front of anyone that I didn't do events unless it was with my sponsors. So Reggie lived so far away. She was like an hour from me, and she would drive to do an event. And I will tell you, my very first event, I actually had an acting job that day, and I got to the house, everybody was there, and she had started the event for me. So she was just such a gift to me. But I was also spending a lot of time, you know, getting ready to get ready and not really doing the income building activities in the beginning. So I would spend a lot of time, you know, cleaning my desk, and I would put things off till later, and then, you know, later kind of didn't come. And I would let little things upset me easily, that if someone canceled their order, I would like cry, and then I wouldn't do anything else the rest of the day. So I've come a little bit farther from that. So here's how I did start overcoming my fears and stepped into action. And I'm hoping that this will be helpful to you guys. So I started doing 3-way calls, you know, with Wendy, and just hearing how she would speak. Like I would get her on the phone with customers, even brand new customers, just to have her share her story. And by hearing how she would ask them questions, I started to gain more confidence and started seeing, you know, all of a sudden I automatically had those answers when people would ask me. And it was just from hearing her and listening to trainings and things. So I started putting together my own events and encouraging, you know, my new team members to invite. And I stopped treating my business like a hobby and became more consistent with touching it every day. And I started, like, I had this big fear of speaking, huge, huge fear, even though I came from an acting background. When I perform on stage, or if I'm doing a job, that's not me. That's me pretending I'm someone else. But when I have to get up and be me, I get so nervous. So like I am right now, I'm nervous, but I'm getting through it. So I started thinking of other people's needs before my own. So I knew, especially with sharing my story, that was really hard for me in the beginning to get up in front of people. But I started thinking about what if I share could be a gift to someone, especially, you know, how with being able to have my daughter. Oh my gosh, how many people go through that? You know, if I could give others hope. So I started thinking about others before me. So that's just a little bit of little things that I did. But I wanted to give some tangible tips for you all. If you are sitting there feeling like maybe you didn't reach that goal that you meant to reach, and you're feeling like, oh, or maybe you reached something quickly, but then the next thing you set for yourself is not coming as easily. And so these are some things I think that will help you with that. And first I'll start off, I don't know if I said this, I think I said it in the beginning, but not one of my promotions I met in the time frame that is graciously given by the company. I restarted even my HL, or my Healthy Living, my Partner Plus, I'm sorry. I restarted my Partner Plus numerous times. So everyone is on their own journey, and don't compare yourself, to what someone else is doing. So here's my first tip, be consistent with your activity. So, ask yourself, do you have a plan that you're doing every day? Do you have a daily method of opportunity? Are you using it every day? If you want to grow your business, stop treating it like a hobby. So in the beginning, I would say up until I reached sales coordinator, I'd be all gung-ho and I'm excited. I got a new customer, I'm doing my business. And then I would go off and direct a show, or I would start going on a lot of auditions, and then my business got put to the side. So even if you just touch your business every day, just for a few minutes, you're going to keep moving forward. It also became helpful for me to block out a special time for your Juice Plus time. So if your children are going to school or go to school, that, and you're a stay-at-home mom, that could be a great time for you. If you work full-time, you might have to just wake up earlier in the morning, or do it when if you have children, when they go to bed. So if you need help with blocking your time, there's a good video I could share with you about that. And make sure you're hosting or inviting to events. And if I mess up any of the wording on this PowerPoint, I've typed it up once and I haven't looked at it. So this will be a good, I'll edit it in a little while. Okay, so number 2, feed your brain positive thoughts. So what are you listening to? So I had a lot of stinking thinking in the beginning. So if you have a negative Karen in your head, tell her to take a hike. And if you don't know what a Karen is, you can Google her. It's interesting. Okay, so what you believe you will achieve. If you are constantly telling yourself you can't, then your mind will believe it. So retrain your brain to think positive thoughts. Write out I am statements that you say each morning. When I was working towards QNMD, every morning I had a date. I said, I am a qualified national marketing director by June 30th, 2020. And that was probably the 50th time I moved that timeline, but that was the one I was saying the last couple of months. Listen to a great book on Audible each morning or night to help work on your mindset. So that's huge. Some of my favorite books, I didn't have time to write out the authors, but E Squared, Girl Wash Your Face, The Energy Bus. I have a bunch more if you want some good ones. And if you have friends and family that are negative on social media, it's okay to snooze them. They have that option, snooze for 30 days, or unfollow certain people if you are on social media and certain people just make you not feel good. Don't follow them anymore. That's protective space. Okay, start and end your day with gratitude. So start waking up and going to bed thinking of things you are grateful for. I don't know if you guys could see me, but this is a book that I recently got. It's called Good Days Start with Gratitude. There's also an app called the 5-Minute Journal, which is amazing. And even if the only positive thing that happened is your breathing, that is a gift. So like I said here, the 5-Minute Journal, that's a one that I love. And also that journal I just shared. Okay, number 4, I'm just racing through these so I have time at the end. So do not compare yourself to others. So I struggled a lot with this in the beginning because, which I'll be a little transparent right now, is when I started, every single QNMD and NMD that is on Wendy's team wasn't on her team yet. So I have watched all of them come and grow and do amazing things, and they've inspired me so much. But in the beginning, it was hard seeing new people come and do things I haven't done. And what I really had to sit with myself and say, okay, well, are you doing the work that they're doing? What skills do you have to work on? And so everybody, like I said earlier, they come into this with different skill set and different confidence, and I lacked all those things in the beginning. So I just want to share that to give you guys hope. If you're feeling like, you'll look at, even like me, if you're watching me doing this and saying, oh my gosh, I can never do that. I didn't think I could do this either. So, when you start practicing things and pushing yourself in a direction to grow, you will grow. All right, I got sidetracked. So Share from the heart. Oh, okay. Oh, I said take away the outcome of sharing. Okay, so what I meant is when you're sharing with someone, you know, don't think about if they're going to order or not. Just share from the heart. And I just realized I mixed up this slide, so I'm just going to roll with it. But so every day, this is something I do. I pray for people, you know, to be put in my path that either need this product or business. So I just forgot, I didn't change the title of this one. We're going to keep going. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So this is what, see, I forgot. It's okay. I'll put it together. So this is what that title was supposed to be earlier, is to think of this product as and business as a gift. So think of Juice Plus as a gift with a big red bow on it that you're able to share with others. So this now makes sense. So take away the outcome from sharing. So don't feel the pressure of, oh my gosh, you know, are they going to order, or I'm afraid they're going to think I want them to buy something. Just share this like a gift. And don't even think about them, or of course you want to follow up and ask them if they're ready to get started, but don't think of that initially. Okay, move forward. Okay, so number 5, and the numbers are probably out of order too, I'll just be honest, but know your why, set a goal and your intention. So when you give yourself a goal and a deadline, your brain actually will start to work on that. It's crazy how that happens. And I can't explain it. It just does. So remind yourself every day of your goal and your why daily, and celebrate small wins along the way. You know, like, yes, you know, my goal was to reach QNMD by a certain time, the 50th time, but along the way, I'm celebrating, you know, my like just being brave, inviting someone to join me in this business. The person that I followed up with for the 20th time and finally got started. You know, a story that a customer shared with me that day that their child's eczema is improving. You know, those are things you want to celebrate, because every small thing you are doing, there's a compound effect and you are making a difference. Okay. Okay, number 6, don't overanalyze what you do, just do something. So I know sometimes I'm guilty of this, is I've sat there and just, what am I going to post today? Oh, so-and-so had a really good post. Now I'm not even going to post because I can't post like what they post. Like, if you're going to overanalyze, just go move on to something else, because you're wasting that precious time that you could be using, you know, reaching out to someone. So focus on high paying activities, which are talking to people. And here's really a number 1 tip, is start your activity every day with the hardest thing first. Because I will tell you, the hardest thing for me in the beginning, like I was transparent, was calling my customers. So that's what I started when I wanted to work on that. I started doing that first. And now it's my favorite thing to do, which years ago I was like shaking and I was scared. But now it's my favorite thing to do. And that's what will happen, is the more you work on certain things and you get good at it, it just gets so exciting because you see how far you've grown, and again, like how you're able to help more and more people. And here's another tip, is always do like whatever would be new direct to you first, and then help your team, like if you're further along in the business. So new direct to you is just talking to new people. Okay, I have 10 minutes. Talking to new people, helping your new team member do an event for their Partner Plus, or helping them reach their QSC promotion. And then, because it's fun, you know, to chat with our team and cheer them on and things, which I loved. That's my favorite thing to do, which I would do first every day, but I know to do the hardest things first, which is new direct to you. So here are some things that you can do today. Like if you are feeling you don't know where to start, here's a places to start. So do or redo your memory jogger. I redo mine all the time, mainly because I lose it. Let's be honest. I have not gotten in the system where I've done it on an Excel document, but I probably have 20 of them laying around. But I like redoing it because I'm always, you know, you're always meeting new people, or maybe someone's friending you on Facebook, or your kid started a new activity there's some new mom that you met. So a great way is just go through your phone contacts, go through your Facebook, go through your Instagram, and just write those names down and put a big star next to the people that you really would love to do this with you, like join your team. And here is a really an easy thing you could do. And I tell all my new partners to do this is when you're just getting started, or if you just want to get some extra activity going, reach out and just say hi to people, like with not even any intention except making their day. So like you could, your whole memory jogger could just be, it could be people you've never talked to and you're just reaching out. It could be people you've shared Juice Plus with numerous times. Just reach out and say, hey, you don't have to say, did you watch that video? You can say, hey, just thinking about you. I hope you're having a great day. Love the pictures that you shared, and would love to hear how you're doing. If you just sent that same message to 5 people a day over the course of a week, you're going to have a lot of conversations going back and forth. And then organically, that next event that's coming up, you could be comfortable to invite someone to that because you've already started this conversation with them. You're not just reaching out to invite them to an event. So anyway, that's I love doing that. Another thing, you could reach back out to canceled customers if you have any, which I tell you, I have a lot. And then I have a message that I had typed up with the help of Pamela. Meredith helped me today. So if you would like that, I'll put it in, I'll send it to Wendy. Reach out to reps that have gone missing in action. So you might just reach out to people and just say, hey, I have no idea, what season you're in right now. I would just so love to connect with you, see how you're doing, and share with you some exciting things that are going on right now with Juice Plus. Like they might not know about our Do More Good promotion where they could get a free bag of shakes, if they could share that with someone that maybe they haven't followed up with in a while. So that's an idea. If you are brand new, or this, you could use this, anyone could use this, think of, that's supposed to be your 5 favorite people and introduce them to your upline. So I just put that little blurb there. I have no idea if what I'm doing for my nutrition would be for you or not, but if you want to do me a favor and just hop on a quick call. So you could always do something like this where you're sharing it as a learning experience for you, which it is, but you're just asking people for to do you a favor by hopping on, because indirectly they're going to learn about what you're doing, but you're saying up front you don't have to do or buy anything. It just, because it honestly would help you to hear how your sponsor would answer any questions they have. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, something like that, you're starting that relationship where they are learning the information that will move them further to making a decision if they would like to get started. And this is actually my last tip. Ooh, I did good. Okay. So tips for social media post turned into an event. So I just kind of threw this page together as well. So do a post with you sharing Juice Plus in your hand. You could do this anytime if you're new or you've been sharing Juice Plus a while, and just say something like, so grateful for these gems, already feeling improvements in X, Y, and Z. Or if you just got started and you haven't noticed anything yet, you could just say, so grateful to get started on leveling up my nutrition. And that's it. And you just, if someone asks you what it is, you say, I'll message you, and you take all the conversations privately because you can have control of that conversation and then ask them questions about their own health. But then you could invite anyone that's commented on there or liked it to an upcoming event. Like, so you could springboard an event off of that post. And how we've been doing events lately with our team is we've been setting up an event page, and then we've been inviting into that event page and building the momentum for the event in there, but then live streaming like a Zoom like this into that event page. So it stays in there as a recording. So then you're capturing the people that weren't able to hop on the Zoom, that they could watch the recording afterwards in a spot that they're already invited to. Okay, so that was my tip there. And then, so here where I'll just wrap it up and just share because of this business. So those are just some of my tips. I mean, I could go on, and I know that was like drinking out of a a water hose, but but I hope that was helpful. So because of this business, I get to say yes more often. So when I first started this business, we were struggling so much financially. I had to work 2 jobs outside the home to make ends meet because I had decided to stay home with my son and quit my full-time teaching job. And I would feel guilty going to the store to buy a shirt. I would return that shirt because I knew we needed that money for food. Where now I don't have that stress anymore because of this huge gift. I get to, this week I was able to buy dinner for my family that were visiting from out of town, which just made me feel so good to be able to do that. And this is a saying that Leanne Gordon has said many, many times, and I really feel it's true that I truly believe that God gave me this business before I ever knew I needed it. I have gone through losing a very lucrative job waitressing job at Disney, that this business has replaced that income multiple times. I do not have to work outside the home. I'm able to stay home now with my children and homeschool them, which was always a dream of mine, but I was too scared to do it. But now I'm doing it. And well, just one day, we just started. So we'll see what happens. But also, like Wendy said, I think I have 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute left. I've overcome this business has just helped me overcome many fears that I had. Like, I talked initially about my fears of public speaking and just sharing and talking to people, but also I didn't get on a plane, I think for 16, oh gosh, I think it was 16 years by myself. But the last time I had gotten on a plane before this business, well, the beginning of this business was my grandmother passed away. I had to, but I was so petrified. Like the second I would book a flight, I would have anxiety up until I left. And because of this business and going to conferences and putting others' needs before myself, when my team wanted to go to a conference, I did it. And they actually helped me get on the plane and hold my hand. And it just feels so good to have and if I didn't go through that, I would have never went to leadership school next summer. There's no way I would have gotten on a plane by myself, which I hadn't done in 16 years, to go to this huge opportunity that this business had offered me. So, and I was able to go to a conference with my husband to California and Disneyland, which I'd never done before in my life. So it just totally opened a whole door to travel there, which is amazing. Also, I'm missing another fear, Wendy, but that was my hugest one, was that with flying. And so I'm just going to end because our time's up. But this is my little quote I wanted to share with you, because this is on my calendar of the day today. And it's a quote from the book, You Are a Bad ASS. I don't want to say it out loud, but it says, once you understand that we live in an abundant universe, you can drop the limiting belief that you serve the world better by not taking, there should be a G there, too much for yourself, or by getting too big. Your playing small simply withholds your gifts from the people who are meant to receive them, including you. So get on out there and shine your light. And that's it. That's what I got.
Okay, that was so incredible. Can you hear me all right?
Uh-huh.
Am I pausing? Okay, good. You are such an inspiration. Oh my goodness. You're going to do all my PowerPoints for me.
That was
I have to do.
Well, once I get it looking pretty, I'll share it.
I know, like, you're so good. Like, I just to be able to do that so quickly, you're just a natural. And so many ways. One thing that you didn't share that I think is quite significant is that, you were in a kind of a challenging place at the end of the year for various different reasons. And you just made a decision that you were going to go for it. And your paycheck has grown by leaps and bounds since January. And that's a huge celebration in a time when a lot of people are struggling and looking for other ways to make additional income. And you had, one of your family businesses, because it was, a business with classes, was impacted where you haven't been able to do it, but you've been able to make up a lot of the difference, if not all, right, with your Juice Plus increase in your paycheck, which I think is huge. right? I mean, anything else you want to say about that? Because
Oh
I just
yeah,
think
no,
that's
yeah,
cool.
I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I mean, that was part of my journey this last year. So yeah, basically in December, I mean, I had, I've been on this journey a long time, and I felt like I was hitting kind of a rock bottom with my business and not moving forward. And I just decided that January, I said, you know what, I'm just doing this. It's 2020. I had this whole, I love themes, and I was like, I'm going to have 2020 vision this year, and I'm just going to make it happen. And then, of course, with not knowing what was going to happen with the virus right now, but that actually turned to be a blessing, because it gave me more confidence, because knowing that everybody needs this in their body right now. Everybody, not everybody, but I think needs this business if they don't know it yet. But but it's a great extra income, because there's so many people around me that were losing their jobs. And with our theater business, that was our main source of income. We do classes for children after school, and we've had that business for 15 years. And this is the first time ever that our income has totally like dropped to almost nothing, because we decided we weren't going to charge people anymore, because we had to do virtual classes, and we didn't feel right charging people to take a virtual class. So our teachers, we had enough to pay them, but we were able to do that because of this business, because of the income I have for this business. I'm not stressed about that business. We're able to do what we can right now and not have to depend on it. And but because of the intention and the focus, I think my team also saw that, and I had people, but because I had people then get more intentional themselves, and now we just have this great group of just amazing women. We have some men too, but we have amazing amazing women on our team, and they're all so supportive of each other, lifting each other up. And I'm just so blessed by all of them. I get so excited waking up every day. And I used to hear Wendy say that all the time, that she just gets excited to wake up. And I'm like, now I know, like I feel that from the bottom of my heart. Every day I wake up, I'm like, I can't believe I get to do this. I can't believe, who am I going to help today? Like, it's just such a gift what we get to do. And we get to do it around our life, around those we care about, and anywhere. So, I'm trying to read all your messages. Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you for this time. And I'm sorry my my PowerPoint had all those issues, but it helped me stay on track.
Absolutely. And Jennifer, you are a gift to us, and this has been wonderful and relatable, and so many great tips, and just love how you weaved in your story, and just overcame so many fears and really made radical impact. And I know that your team has created so much momentum that things are just getting better and better. So congratulations. We're so proud of you. Thank you for your precious time, and just really appreciate this. And you, I know, are well on your way to 12 Club and National Marketing Director. I'm sure it's going to be happening before we know it. So I'm super proud of you. Way to go. Congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody.
Great job, Jennifer. Awesome
Bye.
job, girl.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you,
job,
everyone,
Jennifer.
for being
Thank
on.
you.
Great job, sister. Whoop, whoop.
Great
Love
job,
you, Jennifer.
Woohoo.
Good job, Jennifer.
Night, ladies.
Bye.
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 Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.